I am pleased to introduce to you my former neighbor, Ben Haggerty, who some of you may know as Macklemore.
Wow. What an intro. Thank you, Laura. I apologize for years of doorbell ditching your house. I thought you were gonna go there, you didn't. I'm Ben. I'm an alcoholic. How you guys doing today? It is good to be here. Congratulations to everyone. Can I put this? Check. Yeah. I don't want to hold it. Yeah, that's nice. There we go. Why am I here right now? I think the biggest qualification for me standing on this podium is the fact that I am an addict, I am an alcoholic, and that has been a huge part of my story. It is the fabric that makes me who I am. It is the thing that I wake up with every single day. No matter how long I have sober, I wake up with untreated alcoholism. I wake up with addiction. And if I don't get on my knees and say a prayer to my Creator, to the Spirit that I believe is the reason why I am here, I have a great chance of being an active alcoholic, an active addict. So it is imperative for me to wake up every day, give thanks, and thank the Creator for another day of sobriety. Now, it has not been an easy road. I first got arrested when I was 15 years old and ended up in drug court. It was not easy, but it was a time in my life that I was struggling, and I've struggled for years after that, but that was the beginning. The thing is that I have this allergy, right? I put alcohol in my body, I put drugs into my body, and I cannot stop like normal people. I don't know why that is. I don't know if it was genetics. I don't know if it was my conditioning. I don't know why. All I know is that that is my truth. And I've spent 31 years on this earth trying to figure out my truth. And the thing that is clear, what is evident, is that if I do put those things in my body, I cannot be a fulfilled, happy, content person. If I put those things in my body, I don't love myself. And they can't coexist. I'm doing something that is killing me, that I could easily put myself in an environment where I could kill somebody else. I could hurt somebody else. They could end me right back up, in a courthouse, or they could, even worse, in a coffin, or somebody else in a coffin. This is life and death to me. It is that serious. Now, the one thing that I had when I was a kid was music. That was the driving force of me wanting to be sober, to stay sober. Because when I used drugs and alcohol, I couldn't write. A lot of musicians talk about I need to get high, I need to get drunk to be in the studio, to be creative. For me, it was the exact opposite. I would use drugs, I would use alcohol, and that spark, that creativity, that connection to life was gone. Now, this was the reason why I wanted to be sober. So I knew from an early age that I could not control this. From the very first time that I drank alcohol in my house on Capitol Hill, listening to Tupac, Smirnoff vodka, I ended up on a bus downtown right there in McDonald's, throwing up in a trash can by myself at 15 years old. That's not normal. That is not normal at all. And It took years and years and years until I finally got into the rooms of Alcoholics Anonymous, until I got clean and sober for the first time. And as Laura said, it has not been an easy path. I'm a drug addict, I'm an alcoholic till I'm gone. That is part of my blood. It's what it is. I accept that. And I know that if I'm going to be successful, continue to be successful, that I need sobriety in my life. Now, the criminal justice system. Woo! What a system it is. I spent my years in college working at Green Hill and Maple Lane. After that, I got hired. I spent doing I facilitated cultural meetings there. And after that, I ended up getting a job in the intensive management unit at Green Hill, which is a fancy word for the whole. And I worked with young men, and I would listen to these kids' stories. And so many of them came in on these petty, small drug charges and ended up getting in a fight in jail, accidentally, hitting an officer. Countless stories of people that came in with one issue and ended up in the system going on to the penitentiary. And it broke my heart time and time again to hear these young men tell their stories about their situation that we've all been in. Probably the majority of people in this room have gotten high before, have been drunk, have been out of control. We all do mess up. This is a process. Life is a process. It goes ups and downs. And I've watched these men transition to, some came out, some were successful on the outs, some ended up coming back out. The recidivism rate was extremely high back then. I'm sure it's extremely high back now, because when you are in the system, it is challenging to get out of it. It is extremely challenging to get out of it. And I am a firm believer that people want to heal. People want to be happy. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for our truth. And it is very challenging to find your truth inside of a cell. A lot of people do it. A lot of people do it. A lot of people come out better than they were. They are danger to society, but they go in, and some can come out better, some can come out worse. But what I do know is that drugs are something that change lives. And if you look at the system and you look at the way that it is set up, it is not in place for rehabilitation a lot of the time. It is for safety, it is for security, but it is not to rehabilitate, to heal. And to me, that is why drug court is so beautiful, is because it gives people an opportunity to get sober, to work out their issues. We all have these character defects. We all have these things that we're struggling with that make us who we are, but that we have to work through. We have childhoods with pain. We have ways that we escape. We have fear. We have insecurity. We don't love ourselves, so we turn to these things to numb our minds, to numb our bodies, so we can get through the day. And I don't want to just get through the day. I don't want you to just get through the day. I want to live. I want to feel this existence. Get to the root of the problem. And that is what drug court is about to me. Let's figure out who we are. Let's figure out our truth, and let's work hard to fix it. Not put a Band-Aid over it, not put a cell around it, but to actually get to the core of what makes us a human being and change. Now, you just say break us off? All right. Someone put a beat on. All right. No, just kidding, just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding, just kidding, just kidding. Nice cue. You know, as Laura said, I said earlier, it has not been easy for me. These last 2 years, I never thought that I would be on a stage at the Grammys. I never thought that I'd be winning these awards. I never thought that my music would reach as far as it has. And with that has come, you know, great things and things that have been a real struggle for me. I haven't been sober the whole time, straight up. I wish I could stand up here and say, you know what, I've been perfect ever since I walked into the rooms of Alcoholics Anonymous or an NA meeting. I've been straight. It hasn't been the truth. I am an unfinished product, but I know today that I am working at it, and I know today that if I am sober, I have a chance. If I'm not, I don't, straight up. So that black and white. And I've known that since I was 16 years old. It's been the same truth. If I put this in my body, I can't make music. If I don't, I believe in myself. If I put it in my body, I'm untrustworthy. I am a liar. I am deceitful. The people that I love the most in this world, I can't look in the eye. I don't want to go through life like that. I want to go through life looking at the people that I love, knowing that they trust me, that they believe in me. I want to believe in myself, and the only way that that works is if I have sobriety. I would not be here. I would not have an album. I wouldn't have an award if it wasn't for that sobriety. I'm grateful for this opportunity to share my story today. And I just want to say to everyone, this is it. We get one shot at this life. And we get some resets. But this is not given. This is not given. I've lost 5 friends to this disease. Close friends of mine, people that I grew up with, that I watched the drugs and the alcohol take them out. And I don't want to be a statistic. I don't want you guys to be a statistic. And the fact that you're here today and you've shown up and you've put in your work and you've peeled away the layers that make you who you are and you've gotten to that truth, that is the ultimate service to yourself and to the community. And I applaud all you guys. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.